It ain't right to part the two littlest ones. And they told me if I'd sit still and stop crying, they would bring me back with them by and by, and that I should come to you. And I minded. Then they taked us to that house where we sleeped under the carpet the night we didn't get to the fort. Don't you remember? Well, lots of people was there and talked about us and about father and mother, and waited for Grandma to come. Pretty soon Grandma come, and everybody talked and talked. And Grandma told them she was sorry for us, and would take you and me if she could keep Leanna to help her do the work. When I was coming away with Grandma, Frances cried like everything. She said she wanted to see you, and told the people Mother said we should always stay together. But they wouldn't let her come. They've gived her to somebody else, and now she is their little girl. We both felt sorry for Frances, and wished we could know where she was and what she was doing. While we were talking, Grandma kept busily at work, and sometimes she wiped her face with the corner of her apron. Yet we did not think of her as listening, nor of watching us, nor would we ever have known it had we not learned it later from her own lips, as she told others the circumstances which had brought us into her life. Some days later, Georgia and I were playing in the backyard when Leanna appeared at the door and called out in quick, jubilant tones, "Children, run around to the front door and see who has come." True enough, hitched to a stake near the front door was a bay horse with white spots on his body and a white stripe down his face, and tied to the pommel of his saddle was another horse with a side saddle on its back. It did not take us long to get into the house, where we found Elitha and our new brother, who had come to arrange about taking us away with them. While Elitha was talking to Grandma and Leanna, Georgia stood listening, but I sat on my new brother's knee and heard all about his beautiful spotted horse and a colt of the same colors. Elitha could not persuade Leanna or Georgia to go with her, nor was I inclined to do so when she and Grandma first urged me. But I began to yield as the former told me she was lonesome, wanted at least one little sister to live with her, and that if I would be that one, I should have a new dress and a doll with a face. Then my new brother settled the matter by saying, "Listen to me. If you'll go, you shall have the pinto colt that I told you about, a little side saddle of your own, and whenever you feel like it, you can get on it and ride down to see all the folks." The prospects were so alluring that I went at once with Leanna, who was to get me ready for the journey. Leanna did not share my enthusiasm. She said I was a foolish little thing, and declared I would get lonesome on such a big place so far away, that the colt would kick me if I tried to go near it, and that no one ever made saddles for colts. She was not so gentle as usual when she combed my hair and gave my face a right hard scrubbing with a cloth and whey, which Grandma bade her use, because it makes the skin so nice and soft. Notwithstanding these discouragements, I took my clothes, which were tied up in a colored handkerchief, kissed them all good-bye, and rode away, sitting behind my new brother on the spotted horse, really believing that I should be back in a few days on a visit. End of chapter 18.